What's up, everybody? Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on FTB Revelation. When we left off in the last episode, we made our mutagen producer, which it's going, but is taking forever. Mainly because of power. This thing is a freaking power hog to no end. So our death generator is having a bit of a tough time keeping up. As you can see, I've been letting it run a while. We've got a ton of mob essence and a ton of stuff as well. This is full. This is getting there. This we haven't even gotten to yet. So we're not doing too bad, but we're not really building up any power here either. So two things have happened. One, I've decided I really need to fix the power situation because we're really having a power issue, basically. But something else has occurred in my investigation, because a couple of people had mentioned doing a reactor, which may not be a bad idea, though I think I might go a little bit of a different route. It may be a bit long... Hey, wait a minute. Why isn't that getting picked up? Interesting. Oh, wait, there it goes. So I guess it just took it a minute. I keep stepping on that. I guess it just took it a second. So anyways, what basically happened was I started looking into reactors. Looking into reactors led me to YouTube videos about how to do proper reactor builds and everything, which they're not really that complicated. How's this doing, by the way? We're actually not doing too bad. But there was one video in particular, I forget who it was, as far as what YouTuber or anything like that, but I ran across a few things that made me kind of go, eh? That's in the... I did not know it was in the Revelation mod pack. One thing I haven't yet checked is... Where is it? Is that how you spell it? Mining? Something? Something about a mining portal. And it's... I guess it's in here, but I don't know. I have to actually figure out if it's one of those like the Twilight portal where you just have to do it. Another way I could do, I suppose, is going under mods and looking for the mining portal one. Mine together, I don't see it. So it's one of those videos where it was like 6-7 months ago, and I don't know if they changed something in the pack. So I'll have to look into that, but I saw them have a mining portal, which, for any of you that don't know, is a dimension to basically a world where you can just mine. There is no real purpose to it or anything like that, other than you don't destroy your own world to mine a bunch of resources. But then I started noticing that they were using a quarry. And as you can see, I couldn't find anything like this. It's just this stuff. Right? Quantum Quarry. I was like, what is all this crap? There was no, what was the mod? I forget what it was. Actually, I think it was a quarry mod. Anyways, I found what they were actually using was under RF tools. There is a block called, hold on. I'll find it. Oh, screw it. Builder. Where did it go? There it is. A builder. So this block right here is actually not that bad. You need a machine block, which is lapis, gold nuggets, and a few iron ingots. And then you need bricks, redstone, and an ender pearl. Super cheap, actually. But where it gets expensive and more specific is by adjusting the what cards you put in it. So it can be a quarry, it can be a pump, it can be a structure builder, etc., and so on. So there's a lot you can do with it. Now if we look at the quarry results, we get these, which are these shape cards that you can put in the builder. So the most basic is this one right here, which is a quarry. Sneak right click on builder, which is this block, to start mark mode, then right click to mark 2 corners of the wanted area. The max area is ridiculous if you see that. It's 512 by 512. If memory serves, the actual quarry mod, I believe, was something akin to 64 by 64 or something like that. It couldn't go over that. But it has a base cost of 300 RF per tick per block. Yikes. So it uses a lot of power. So this comes back to our power method. Now they used an interesting method rather than a reactor, which isn't a bad idea. I do have quite a bit of coal and stuff that I could use in, and we could make use of the uranium and yellorium. However, there's also something called a thermoelectric generator, which is steel, copper coil, and Constantin, let's say Constantin, plates, which aren't too expensive, really. They're a little finicky, but it's basically nickel and copper makes 2. So you only need a few of those. You need some copper and some cutters and stuff like that. You need a hammer or something to make out the plates. Things like that. So it's not too expensive, it's just a little finicky. And then you do need steel. Which... I don't know why I keep getting the same recipe every time I click on this. There. That. So steel, you can make steel dust, but it doesn't really say how. That's not convenient at all. But you can do an alloy, or I believe there's an induction smelter version. Oh, there's also a molten. Let's see. Did it show me how to make that? That's smelting. No, I was hoping it would show me the metallurgy type thing of how you're supposed to mix it. Where is it? Okay, here's one. You can use a blast furnace. Actually, that seems pretty useful. There's redstone. There it is, induction smelter. Ah, there we go. So you use a crushed iron dust and coal. Coal coke? Oh, it actually has to be coal coke. It can't be coal. That's interesting. I didn't know that, and that'll make steel. Or pulverized charcoal. That's another way we could do it. So we could break down... That's probably the way I would do it. So overall, it's not too expensive. But what you could do is you can do packed ice and uranium next to this. There's also a few other ones that are actually a bit more efficient or more cost-effective. But the interesting part is, from what I can tell, they never go away from what I'm reading. Everything I'm reading makes it sound like once you build them, they just produce power. And you would put, like, uranium on one side and packed ice on the other, and boom, kind of thing. So that's another interesting route that I've thought about going. I'm not sure which way I'm going to do it, but we definitely need to fix the power situation before we do anything. But my goal at the moment is definitely to get the power set up and then maybe look at doing a quarry before we really get into this stuff. Again, like, I still want to do stuff with the bees, but we definitely need to get the power situated first. So let me work on that a bit and see what I can come up with. I haven't quite decided yet whether we're going to go reactor or the thermoelectric or not. I think I might do the reactor for now, only because it may be a little more simple to set up. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure yet. And there's one other thing I wanted to show off too. This is something really cool. It was under immersive engineering, I believe. This mod is actually one that is quite robust and impressive, and there's a lot here that I forgot about and haven't really dealt with, and there's actually a lot in this pack that I haven't dealt with that I didn't even know was in here. For example, the water wheels, I didn't remember that being part of immersive, which it is. So there's actually quite a bit in immersive engineering that we could play around with that's really, really cool. But the one I am looking for... Kind of trying to use my eyeballs here for a second and just see what it, because I know what it kind of looks like. I don't remember what it was called at all, other than it starts with a C. Here we go. These things. I didn't know, I had never heard of these things before. I don't even know how you're supposed to say that. A garden cloche? Cloche? I don't know what that's supposed to be. But I saw it used in another video. Actually, I think it was the same video. Where it's basically like it grows plants. Like, it's almost like a lab type thing where you can stick the same, and it's like a 1 block or 2 block farm. So I might play around with that a little bit. So we've got a lot to work on. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up, and then yeah, so I'm gonna try and work on this for a bit and see what I can get done. Okay, so it's been a while, actually. I've been working on some stuff in the background. Quite a bit of stuff, actually. So I did a whole bunch of calculations and whatnot and came up with quite a bit of material that I needed. I got all my coal over here, sulfur, blaze powder, nickel, working on copper, iron, wood, redstone, working on more lab blocks. Okay, so what's the plan? I was going to actually jump ahead and be like, here's the plan. But I think this might actually take a bit more time mainly because I don't have any iron or copper. I don't have the copper that I need to pull off what I actually plan on doing. So I figured I'll actually just kind of show you guys what I'm planning, and we'll go from there. I did have to finally shut this off for a little bit. There's enough bones, and this is something I was thinking of the other day. Well, no, actually not the other day. It was earlier today when I was recording before when I had this left on. I was thinking I needed this on to make the death generators, or the death generator power things, but technically as long as there's bones and flesh in the crates here, it should actually just keep going if it needs more power, which until, I mean, it kind of does. So we're still kind of chipping away at this. It finally filled up what it was working on. So I've hollowed out this area over here, and we've got a bit of a step down. And over here, I'm gonna probably knock this wall out at some point and expand it a little bit, and maybe put some kind of not necessarily storage, but some kind of like, here's your spare tools for going into this world kind of area. I don't know yet. But this is going to be the area where our mining portal is, because I found it. It turns out, if you look up portal, dagnabbit, now it's going to, no, what did I look, mining. If you look up mining, it doesn't show up as a mining portal, it's a portal frame block. So you basically need a stone brick per 1-to-1 and the mining multi-tool. And then it's really easy. It's 2 bricks, a flint and steel, a stone pickaxe, and some other kind of stick, which I actually have set up over here. So we're going to go ahead and make that real quick. I actually had too many sticks. So we've got that there. We'll go ahead and make stone bricks, so we'll put 2 there, a stick, pickaxe, flint and steel, mining tool, boom. Now, we should need, because the way this works is pretty much like a nether portal, with the exception that I don't believe you can cheat and fill in this corner. So it should be 4, and then 2 up, 2 more, and then 4 again. So I think you need a total of 12. So with that, we should be able to do like this, and it uses a little bit of the multi-tool, but not too much. And now we should be able to place these down, like so. And I believe you use the multi-tool. There we go. So now, we can go through the portal. You have to sneak in it. So now I don't know if I could build this one taller or not, but basically you walk in here, you'll press the shift button, and you'll go in there. I'm planning on using this because I'm having trouble finding copper down in my mines. I think I'm too low, where I found it normally up on top of mountains and stuff like that. So, where's the copper ore? Where's the copper? There it is. So if you look at the world gen, the most prominent is like 48 and 50 or something like that. But down where we are in the 7s and stuff, where did that go? I'm not gonna lie, I just realized that you don't have to go up vertically, you have to go over. Just realized that. But yeah, when you're down in like the 7s, 8s, where I had diamond level, basically it's like it just won't spawn there. So I think we're going to use this portal and try and find it. But what is this, you might be asking? Well, this is going to be our mining portal for our quarry and whatnot, but this is going to be our power source. So I have it laid out, sort of, but I don't really, that's why I made some more blocks, because I hadn't really been able to finish the layout. Alright, so that's the frame. Now, obviously, I have more lava and crap that I need to take care of. But this is basically the frame, and I went down to about 11. I meant to go down to 10, actually, but whatever. Because I wanted to be able to go vertically up quite a ways. Like, you know, 11, 12 blocks, somewhere like that. Ooh, that's close. Ooh, that's close. Actually, I might need to move this over one. Crap. I didn't even see that. Tell you what, let's double check. Make sure that's the end of the lab. Yeah, whew, I was one off. And I say off because, yes, this is the frame, but yeah, I have to account for the walls. So I actually need to move this over one, which is going to be fun. Actually, it probably won't be that bad because I can just place that there. I'll sacrifice a couple of lava blocks. Hopefully there's no lava underneath this. Whew! Looks like we got lucky. Can I get this gold? Ooh! Alright, so... Because... lava everywhere! Lava in my hair. I was trying to keep some of these lava blocks around so I could just use some buckets and basically just get free lava. And use it in something, you know, a crucible or, I don't know, something. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. This one's not good. Don't try this at home, kids. I'm a professional. Definitely not a professional, don't believe me. Alright, so I'm not going to do all this on camera, I just wanted to kind of show this. So I need to bring all of this back by one, but whatever. So what this is going to be is, I found online, I was looking through another video, and I saw an actual layout that I thought was really, really cool that made use of the thermoelectric generators that I talked about earlier. It's actually... I don't know if I showed this or not, right there. So these guys. Because basically what it is you can use stuff like I talked about earlier, you can use like the uranium and packed ice, but one that's even better than actually uranium and packed ice is, oh, what's it called? Oh, that's molten copper. Pyrotheum. So this is actually not too crazy expensive. It's sulfur, crushed coal, blaze powder, and redstone. You get 2 of them. You need 4 of them to make a bucket. But basically, you'll take the bucket and you'll place it on one side of the thermoelectric generator, and then you go over to the other side and just place water. So what this is going to be is the design that I found online was an 11 by 11 layout. And essentially, I'm going to use cobblestone here just to give you the layout. Nope, that's wrong. You would basically do a plus sign. Why did I do that right next to a torch, you dummy? There, like that. You'd basically do a plus sign. You'd put a... In the video, it was lava, which does about... Lava and water do about 16 RF per tick. I want to do the pyrotheum, whatever, because it'll do 31. Or 30, with just water on the other side. You can do ice and other things, but water would be the easiest. It's not the coolest looking, but it's the easiest. I saw online a lot of places were using, like, the best, actual best RF stuff was the pyrotheum and the gelid? I don't even think that's a word, but whatever. Gelid cryotheum. Now, this is a little trickier to make. It's not really that bad, it's just trickier. You need this cryotheum dust, which is blizz powder, nitrate, snowball, and redstone. Nitrate, I'm pretty sure, is not that hard to find. You can, obviously, like niter. Niter comes from something. There's blitz rods. I want to say it's like netherrack or something. Or okay, sandstone. Not hard to make. So you can use it with niter. Or you can make it with niter, I mean. And snowball, redstone, not hard. The hard part is the blizz powder, but even that's not too bad because the only natural way to get them is from a blizz dropping a rod, like in most stuff. But you can actually make it either through bees or... where'd it go? You can use destabilized redstone on a snowball and it makes blizz powder, and snowballs are really easy. Redstone's not too bad. So overall, you could do it that way, but it gives you one more RF per tick than water and pyrotheum. So it's kind of like for starting off until I can just do it for the look of it. There's no real reason. So what basically we're going to end up doing, this is a 13 by 13 frame here. I did that to give me some elbow room, but the actual frame will be about here. And it'll be 11 by 11. I'll probably do it in glass because it'll look cooler. And within that, so let's say, I think it should be 13, 12, so this should be 11. So I was off by 1. So it should be something like that. And then that there, and oh, right. I need to go 1 in because we're going to move this frame. Anyways, you get the idea. So with an 11 by 11, you'll do 5 sets of these cross signs, basically. And if you do it right, then you'll have a border of water all the way along. So there's water on this edge of the one furthest over. I hope I'm explaining that right. And you'll do a plus sign in the 4 corners and then 1 in the center. And when you do it like that, and then we'll wire in the redstone flux cables underneath to, and then there's a flux cable in like the center or something. Anyways, I'll probably by the next episode I'll have this actually set up because I really just need some copper. I have pretty much everything else. I just got to actually go through the process of smelting and crafting and all that stuff to make, because it's basically 20 thermoelectric generators per layer. And the nice thing about this is you can actually do this however many times you want. The video I found, I think, had an example of like 11 stacks, so it was producing, I want to say it was like 4,000 to 6,000 or something like that, RF per tick with water and lava. So if you use the pyrotheum, it'd be like 8 to 12,000 or something like that, depending on the numbers. But so yeah, if you stack them up really high and you do that a lot, you'll have quite a bit of power. Actually, rough math, there's 20 of them. If they're generating 30, 20 by 30, it should be, give or take, about 6,000 with 1 layer, I think? No, that can't be right. Maybe? 600? Maybe 600. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be 600, not 6,000. I was like, that's way too high for one layer. But still, 600 RF per tick. The nice part is it's passive. It doesn't consume anything once you've built it all up. So the cool part about that is that basically it's not a reactor where you have to keep refueling it. It's not a death generator. It's not a this, not a that. It's basically build the thing, put the stuff down, and it just generates power. It doesn't use up the pyrotheum or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and head in here and see what we can find. I am going to pause it, though, because I don't know how long it'll take to load. The one thing you don't think about when building a mining portal is the idea that it's going to spawn you in at the level you're on. So we're down here at like 15 or something. Did not help us get anywhere close to copper. I mean, we're getting iron and everything. Now, I don't know for sure. It's been a very long time since I've been to a mining world. But if my memory serves me, I believe there's no hostile spawns in a mining world. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case, which would be really cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and start tunneling up, I guess, to around 50. Ah, crap, they do spawn. I was hoping they didn't. Oh well. Eventually, what we're gonna do is use that that quarry. Actually, I just realized that that first layer of the thermogenic. I can never get that right. Thermoelectric. What basically it's referred to online as a thermoelectric reactor, because you're essentially building a do-it-yourself reactor out of those generators. But I just realized if I do that, the first layer... Nope. Just gonna keep on going. Oh, there's copper. Yay! Nope. I don't want no trouble. I just want the copper. Sorry if I'm not really commentating much. I gotta figure out how to keep them away from me. Why did I have to run into a cave? I don't want to be in a cave. I want to get outside. Yeah, I really wasn't thinking about that. I don't remember what the... Oh! I opened a door. I opened a door. Alright, come on. You wanna go? You wanna go? Boom. You're dead. Woo! Alright. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, if I read that tooltip correctly, the quarry requires about 300 RF per tick. Ugh, I thought that was a creeper. About had a heart attack. So, actually, we should be pretty good to go in that regard. That I think it'll actually be able to power it. So, hopefully next episode we'll be able to set up a quarry in this world. We won't be damaging our world, but we should be getting a lot more resources, which will help us improve quite a bit of what kind of projects we're working on, the kind of power we can do. I could probably... In all reality, I could probably do another layer to the reactor way faster. I tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to actually branch off and do a little bit of a line, a branch mine, not line mine? Branch mine? I forget what it's called. And that will be for manually looking for copper. And then I think here I'm just going to keep going until I hit the surface. So, good news and bad news. The good news is we made it to the surface. The bad news is I did not think this through. So we made it to the surface and there's nothing but hostile things up here trying to kill me. And I didn't bring my sleeping bag with me because I forgot all about it being a daytime, nighttime thing. So yeah, I'm trying to... what don't I need? I don't really need the arrows, I guess. I guess it won't really matter in a minute. Because the sun is coming up, but... I kind of jumped up here. I couldn't hit the record button fast enough. I was trying to not die. But I jumped up here, and basically everything just started attacking me. There was creepers, there was skeletons, there was zombies, there were spiders, and they were all just kind of like swarming me. But as you can see, this will be really cool, because we've got a lot of stuff right here on the surface, including copper, which is what we were looking for. So it shouldn't actually take too long to gather the copper and stuff that we need. I just need a little bit of wood here, and then we'll be able to make a bed. Oh, I don't have enough wool yet. Dagnabbit. Where's a sheep? So yeah, I think this'll... Wait, do I already have copper on me? Cool. Overall, I think I need about 3 stacks of copper, I'm pretty sure, and that should get me to where I can make our first layer of the reactor type thing. Oh, come on now. I hate that. Alright, so I need to kill one more, sheep, and then we should be able to sleep up here. I'm going to probably end up mining the copper that I need, and then probably by the next episode we'll work on... I'll probably have all of the stuff built, is kind of my plan. And then maybe the next episode I will either... It'll either be placing down the first layer of the reactor, or having a first layer down and then showing you guys where I'm at with the second layer, quarry, all that kind of stuff. Because I do think once we get one layer going where we're getting good power, then I'm pretty sure that I'm going to want to move to a quarry before anything else, so that it'll basically make doing more layers and other bigger projects that much easier. But there is a little bit of a cascade effect of then it'll lead to storage systems and transportation systems and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit it's going to be a little bit tricky as in terms of actually getting around to bumping up the reactor a lot and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably keep the death generator and stuff for the mob farm, just because it's a nice little self-sustained power system, but I do think for the rest of the lab, especially with moving into bee breeding and all that kind of stuff, it'll probably be a good idea to just have everything powered off the reactor, and then when we outdo it, we'll just add another layer. But the quarry is going to be really important to that in making other layers and things like that, so we'll see. But I think that... Can I not place a bed here? There we go. Okay. Okay. That was, that's not what I expected when I got in the bed. Okay, so... I'm really hoping my stuff is still here, because there was fire involved, which is not good. Oh, that's really cool, though, by the way. That, like, light ray thing. Oh, good. It did spawn me a gravestone. Whew! That was close. Alright. Oh, boy. I don't really need this kind of stuff. Get out of here. Nope. Give me that. I don't know. That's probably my lab blocks. Yeah, I want those. Alright, so... I feel like it's safe to say you can't sleep in this world. I have a feeling some of you veteran Minecrafters, especially modded Minecrafters, may have been seeing that coming. And in that case, shame on you for not warning me. How dare you? I mean, you were probably just sitting there laughing, going, oh, don't do that. That's a bad idea. You could have told me. I mean, geez, I thought we were friends. You know, you think you know people. You think you know people. And then, I don't even know. You know, I'm so upset that I think I'm just going to end the episode. It's not like I was already at the end time or anything like that. So, I mean, I think I'm just going to end the episode right here. So, I mean, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, I guess. I mean, I thought we were friends, but anyways, I don't know what happened. I guess you can't sleep in this world. That's pretty interesting. I don't remember that ever happening before. So yeah. That's that happened. But I'm gonna wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel and you're interested and you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and click on the little bell icon so that you know when I upload more stuff. If you're interested in supporting the channel, check out the Patreon page. I recently went through and overhauled a bunch of the tiers and rewards and everything to make it a little more enticing, hopefully. So with that, like I said, I think the next episode will be probably about building and or adding on to the reactor and probably setting up the quarry. But I think we're going to wrap things up for this episode, so I will see you guys next time. Peace.